If you want to create a QR code and go high level quickly and actually use it to get more bookings, more reviews, or more leads, this is the video for you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a QR code and go high level, how to use it properly, and a few simple tips that can make it work a lot better for your business. And the good news is this is not complicated. You don't need to be technical. You don't need to spend a bunch of time on setup. And once you understand the basic process, you can start using QR codes in a lot of smart ways inside of marketing. So what a QR code actually does. A QR code is just a scannable image that sends someone to a destination. That destination could be a website, a funnel, a booking page, a payment link, a review request page, a form, or a survey. So instead of telling someone to type in a long URL, which a lot of people still do when it comes to trade shows, you're walking out of Starbucks and you want to pull out your phone and try to type that in, they're not going to get it right. When they can easily scan the QR code and instantly land on the page you want them to visit. This is what makes QR codes useful. So we're going to hop into the computer and we'll showcase exactly how to execute the QR code process. All right, guys, before we hop into the actual system, if you haven't already, feel free to go onto my website, ColinOsborne.com. I have a lot of resources, blogs, and information. I also have a bunch of different tools that I utilize on a regular basis in order to build and launch my certain businesses that I have currently. Also, feel free to sign up for GoHighLevel. It's a tool that I use to build my businesses, all my businesses. If you do sign up for that, you'll actually get access to my Launch Your Business course, where I exactly show you how to utilize GoHighLevel and build and launch your business from setting it up with the state all the way down to launching your first email campaign. So you have a renderized business. We use the different business tools. I think the last one I used was the Mark Cuban business tool. I can't exactly remember, and I'm gonna have someone drop it down below. But we use that tool to essentially get all of your documents sent to the states. It's free except for the state fee that you got to pay. But anyways, there's a bunch of stuff that we can get into. I talk about that in the course, but it's a great course to show you exactly how to launch your business and get out into the real world. Anyways, so what QR codes are about. Now, first thing is let's actually get into the process. So the first step is getting into your GoHighLevel account and decide exactly where you want to create the QR code and where you're going to send people to. This matters more than people think, because the QR code itself is easy. The real strategy is choosing the right destination. So before you generate anything, ask yourself, what is the one action I want someone to take after they scan? Or maybe I'm at an event, I want to have a QR code every single time to sell certain merchandise, book an appointment, leave a review, fill out a form, claim a specific offer, buy something, leave a review. I know I've said that twice, but that's having reviews is important. So once you've answered that question, find the exact page or link inside the GoHighLevel setup. So if you go to sites, then you go to QR code, you'll be able to see exactly where you'll be able to create those. There are multiple different types of QR codes, or I would call it different places you can send people to. Websites, you can send them to your review link, and you have to integrate that through the system. In videos beforehand, I've shown how to do that. It's very simple. And this could be maybe you're at a setup where you want to do voice AI, where it books appointments for you or something like that. Or maybe you want it where it's a QR code on a sign in a billboard, so that when people scan it, then they can call you immediately that way, instead of driving by and having to squint and look at a phone number, which I hate doing. Same thing with text messaging. Very simple. You can still text people, scan for an email, payments. Maybe it's specifically for a product that you're selling and all. Maybe it's you're selling in person, but you want to be able to charge people through your specific POS system, through Stripe, or they have QuickBooks and different other ones on this platform. You can do that through a system. We've got WhatsApp, send them through a funnel page, forms if you wanted to do that, surveys, quizzes, profile card, which is really cool. I'll show you guys what that looks like in a second. V card is very similar, and business card is also very similar. They both operate relatively the same way. They're basically just a business card for your business. So I like to use this whenever I'm walking trade shows or I'm networking. It's very easy for me to be like, hey, here you go, boom, scan it, and then we're done. That's honestly what's key here. And the biggest thing you want to make sure is, after you've found the answer of where you're going to send people to, you got to make sure that the things are live. Make sure that the page is live, the page loads properly, the page looks good on your mobile, the offer next step is clear. If you're going to have an automation where when they scan and text a specific code and then it automatically sends them to the next step, I'll make sure that those automations work as well too. A lot of people skip this step and end up creating a QR code and send traffic to the wrong place, and they're like, it doesn't work. So take an extra minute here and get the destination right. So once you've actually generated the QR code, it'll look something like such. And I can kind of show you where it'll take you if I have a scan meeting. If I'm booking a meeting, for example, for an intro call, it's very easy for me to, instead of typing in intro call, just to scan it. And the amount of times I've messed this up when I've been talking to people, and this has saved my life multiple times. But also, maybe I just want to send people a message link. I can do that as well too. And that's what the QR code looks like. So you'll be able to download the actual file, depending on how you want it. Here's what the PDF version. I would honestly just have the image version of it, because that's, in my opinion, enough to be able to do that. And you could change, the size, file, and format once you've actually downloaded it inside of your platform. But you just got to keep it basic. If you keep it basic, that's what's really going to be key here. That's perfectly fine. Send them to your home page if things are, super complicated, when it comes to that. And the biggest mistake people make with QR codes also isn't just the QR codes like we talked about. It's the destination, the unfinished pages, or not appealing to the offer or anything like that. And then once you've downloaded the QR code, the next step is to download it and test it. So make sure you download it, upload it to your phone. I have a weird way of uploading it to Slack and then download it from there, because I just feel like it's a lot easier than uploading it to Google Drive and then going on Google Drive and then downloading it. But whatever process to get it onto your phone, feel free to do that. But then make sure it actually works. Take out your phone, open your camera, scan it, and then even send it to a couple people and make sure it actually works. And ask yourself, does it open to the correct page? Does the page load fast? Does it look good on mobile? Is the call to action obvious? Is there any confusion once someone lands there? Because even if the QR code works technically, the page still has to do its job. If there's no payment form, you're not getting paid. If there's no form to capture information, or it's slow or confusing, the scan was wasted. So don't just test the code, test the whole path from scan to action. If the goal is a book appointment, test all of that stuff. The best QR codes are not just scannable, they're connected to the clean user. All right, so what have we done? We talked about what a QR code is, the use cases of QR codes, and making sure to test your QR code. Once everything is working, now you can actually start using it in marketing. This is where QR codes become extremely valuable, because now you can place them anywhere your audience is likely to take action. Some great places to use them include business cards, flyers, brochures, direct mail pieces, front desk signs, product packaging, event displays, thank you cards, invoices, email graphics, and landing pages. And again, the key is matching the code to the situation. If someone is standing out at your front desk, maybe the next best step is to leave a review. If they are looking at a flyer, maybe the next step is to claim an offer. If they are at an event booth, maybe the next best step is to book a call or join your list. Always think in terms of context. What does this person most likely want to do right now? Then make that the destination. That's also one true definition of marketing there. So always test your QR codes. Ensure that that's key. I'm telling you, that's going to be the biggest thing here. If you create a QR code and do not test it, you're guessing. And that is one of the fastest ways to lose leads. Every time you make a QR code and go high level, scan it with your phone before you publish it anywhere. Then check 3 things. Number 1, does it open the correct page? Number 2, does the page load well on mobile? And number 3, is the next step obvious? Because a QR code can work perfectly and still fail if the landing page is confusing. So do not just test the scan, test the entire user experience. So to quickly recap, here's a process. First, go on to GoHighLevel. Feel free to sign up for my affiliate link. I'd appreciate it. You get access to my Start Your Business class, which is free, and it's about probably 5 hours of content that shows you how to launch a business from scratch. Second, decide exactly where you want the QR code to send people. Third, copy the correct link. Fourth, generate the QR code. Fifth, download it. And sixth, test it before using it anywhere publicly. That's it. Start simple, practical, and very useful once you start applying it properly. And remember, the goal is not just to create a QR code. The goal is to use it to make the next step easier for your audience. Because when the next step is easier, most people take action. So if this video helped you, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below the next GoHighLevel tutorial you'd want me to make. And if you want to keep building better systems inside of GoHighLevel, there are a lot more simple tutorials like this coming next. See you in the next one.